Okay, I think we're live now. So today's live stream is about Oxbridge applications and how Brooke College will help students apply for those. So we are 012 Global. We help students from all over the world come to the UK to study for GCSE, A-level, or for their universities as well. So we help students with the application, help them through the whole application process until they're actually settled in the UK. And today's live stream will be joined by Rachel from Brooke College. She'll be talking more about how Brooke College students on their road Oxbridge with whole applications and how that works. We're having these live streams on a daily basis. So if anyone who's watching this right now and you think that you might know someone who's interested in these topics, please feel free to like and share this live stream. These live streams will be available later on our social media channels on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So you always feel free to comment later on and watch these videos if you're not able to watch them right now. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comment section and we'll try to answer them all. If you have some questions any later on, or if there's anything personal, feel free to just always reach out to us, give us a call, or send a message to our social media channels, and we'll help you get your questions answered. So I'm going to introduce to you Rachel. She's working at Brooke College, and she'll be talking more about the whole application for Oxbridge. Okay, Rachel, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, my name's Rachel Kane. I've been working for Brooke House for 16 years and assisting students during that time applying to university. So part of my job is not only to apply or help assist students in applying with the university, is through the whole process from beginning kind of to end, really. And you know, the process doesn't just start in the final year of studies. It starts much earlier than that, GCSE year, or would we say year 11, and then obviously year 12 as well, and year 13. So it's a long process of guiding, motivating, and giving students the skills to believe in themselves, that they can achieve anything they want to, like go to Oxford universities. So I've got a short presentation, which is a little bit about Brooke House, but it's also about what we do to assist the students. So we're starting with applying to Oxford and Cambridge, Oxbridge. And you'll see below in the bottom bar of every slide, it's HPL, high performance learning. So high performance learning is embedded in the curriculum, everyday life, pastoral side, extracurricular program, and all that is high performance learning is embedded throughout Brooke House College. And that means we want the students to be the best they can. So the best sports person, the best friend, the best academic, the whole part of their life. And it's in a holistic approach. So you'll see that band at the bottom of each slide. And our kind of taglines are creative, curious, collaborative, and caring. So that's what we expect. And our students are those characteristics. They have those characteristics. So I'm just explaining what you'll see at the bottom of our page. So moving on to the first slide. Here we go. So hopefully you can see this, and it's not too small. So Brooke House has been in operation for 60 plus years, but it's been in the family for about 55 years. And the college has had over 50 years experience guiding and assisting students and applying to Oxbridge universities, Oxford and Cambridge, and also other universities, Russell Group universities. So I think we are blessed. I think it's gone off. Yeah, we are blessed to have such a kind of a pedigree of history of students applying through Brooke House College to Oxford and Cambridge. And as I said earlier, the whole process starts very early on. We listen to students, we guide students, and we create a tailor-made, step-by-step guidance throughout the whole process. And then obviously with the HPL, high performance learning, that's embedded in everything. So students have that inner confidence. So that's the ethos of the school. So this just shows you a few of the stages. So academic support, maximising students' learning so they can fulfil their A-level grades and meet their potential and get the best grades they can. So we also look after, obviously, the university and college research. So Oxford and Cambridge have many colleges. So there's very different aspects to applying, not just choosing a degree, but which college within the university. Also, do you choose Oxford or Cambridge? So there's many points really to consider. And obviously, choosing the right degree programme. Degrees are ever so slightly different. The curriculum may be slightly different. So you've got to check what is best for the students. A lot of programmes at Oxbridge require an admissions test. And that, again, takes planning. Planning and preparation is fundamental. So we obviously have to book the test in advance and to make sure that you've done the learners do lots of past papers and lots of practice. And if they require lessons at Brooke House, we also give the students the lessons, the guidance, everything. So when they are about to take the admissions test, they feel completely confident. And also part of the process is obviously completing the UCAS application platform online. So we assist with that as well. And as well as writing a fundamental personal statement, which is an academic story about the individual. So we guide students throughout the whole process, and then that obviously would then lead on to the interview stage. So the interview preparation, whether that would be online or whether it be face-to-face, we help and we guide through that as well. And then finally, choosing accommodation. So it's a step-by-step process from beginning right through to the end. So key facts. So the similarities between Oxford and Cambridge, they are the UK's oldest universities, both around about 800 years old and steeped in tradition, because many of us have seen those beautiful buildings in films, TV programmes. They are gorgeous. I mean, absolutely stunning places to study at. And they both have about the same amount of students, 24,000 students in each university. Again, the teaching methods are very similar. As I mentioned, they are universities, but they have colleges within universities. So every student belongs to a college and an academic department. And so they're part of a large university, but also part of an academic side and a friendly community, which is key really to success, being happy and confident in your learning. And again, the teaching methods are very similar. They take places as lecture styles in classes, laboratories, obviously led by world-renowned professors. And then there's also tutorial groups, which are small groups with a tutor to guide and enhance your learning as well. Okay, so other key facts. So assessments. So students, like other universities, you take formal and informal assessments, written exams, supervised work, a variety of different assignments, which would lead up to, and make up to your percentage, your grade, and also your final year dissertation. Oxford usually assesses students at the end of the first and final years, and the final degree is based on the final exams. Cambridge is assessed at each year and with exams as well, but has a collective amount of results, a slightly different format. So the percentage of students applying for Oxbridge, this is again male and female applications. Usually about 23% male, 26.9% female. So slightly more females get accepted than males. And one fact at the bottom, this is to do with the entry grades. For Oxford, the typical conditional offer is A stars, or 2 A stars and an A, or down to 3 A's, depending on the subject chosen, while Cambridge tends to be A star, AA. So slightly different, obviously challenging academic results, but that gives you an idea of the range of grades depending on the degree courses. So Oxbridge, the key entry requirements, the key points and things that universities consider. So obviously your qualifications, your prior qualifications. So this would be IGCSEs or the equivalent around the world. Work experience. Now, work experience is key for certain courses. Medicine, dentistry, probably engineering. A lot of, well, many courses do like to see work experience of some form. So and a reflective diary goes along with this as well. So if students are completing work experience, it does show the commitment to their course, their program, but also if a reflective diary is written, it shows what the student and the individual has learnt by themselves. So when I'm guiding, or the staff at Brooke House are guiding the students, we talk about all the processes, what is required, so they are completely and fully equipped. Moving on, admissions tests. Admissions tests are very, very common on all courses, and once students do their course research, they will see part of the entry requirements, what admissions tests are required. So Cambridge University require also supplementary application questionnaire, which I'll explain a little bit about that a little bit more in a moment. That's only for Cambridge. And then interviews. Interviews are throughout most courses, whether it is virtual or whether it is face-to-face. And interviews, obviously the university want to make sure the student is the right person for the right course, they fit the cohort, and also is the university right for the student. So it's a two-way thing, two-way process. Auditions, some courses require auditions, law programs, drama, they may ask for, put you in different scenarios. So there's many different formats, but also for the application process. But all this information can be found online at University of Cambridge and Oxford University websites under entry requirements. And the last part is portfolio. So whether it's an art program, a portfolio may be required as well. So at Brooke House, we guide through all these stages. And moving on, as I mentioned earlier, the Cambridge University of SAQs. So this is Supplementary Application Questionnaire. So this is so the university can find out more about the individuals. So obviously students have got to take at Cambridge University their admissions test, but they also, all applicants are required to complete an SAQ. And this is completed more or less the same time as your UCAS form, or once you've submitted it, you will then hear from the university via email with the documentation to be completed. So it includes education and qualification history, personal details, and topics covered during the A-levels or equivalent exams, international exams. And it's trying to find out more about the individual. And as I said before, Oxford University does not require SAQ to be completed. Now, which admissions test do I need to take? So there are a lot of different ones. And if you go, as I said, online to the courses that you may be interested in, it is all there on the university website. It's very, very clear. There are lots of past papers, lots of help, and with preparation. And the key is, as I said before, preparation and planning. Also, you must book your test in advance, check the dates, because if you miss your admissions test, you may have to wait a whole year to apply. So it is key that you do not miss any of the fundamental key admission test dates. So for applying to Oxford, I've created a bit of a long list here of the different types of tests. So there's the biomedical admissions test for medical type courses or dentistry. LNAT is for law, the law aptitude test. If you're applying for the mathematics degree, you'll need to take a MAT or sometimes a STEP test. And then if it's applying for the classics, there's a classics admissions test. So there's a big long list. I won't go through them all, but this obviously gives you a good idea of what is required. That is for Oxford. Now, moving on, we do have Cambridge. They've got the STEP test for maths, the BMAT for medicine, and the Cambridge Law test if you're applying for law, and then the thinking skills test as well, which may be, with Cambridge, you could be having the TSA test for whatever degree program you choose. So, and as I've noted at the bottom, deadlines have to be adhered to, because if you miss the deadline for entry or you miss your test, you'll have to wait a whole year to reapply. Okay, so moving on. So this is the key websites with lots of information regarding applying. This is exactly for application. So these two websites from Oxford University and University of Cambridge give you a very, very clear prescriptive prescriptive information on what you need to know. How do you prepare? So thinking about Oxford universities isn't just like, it's not a last minute thing. It is an application that you need to plan in advance, because then you will be as successful as you can be. So that is what Brooke has to do. As I said, we've been helping students for over 50 years applying through to Oxford and Cambridge, and we've had many success stories, and we enjoy the process. The students enjoy the process as well in applying, because they learn a lot about themselves and the disciplines, their strengths. So that is just the outline from me, a summary of what we do at Brooke House College. So if there's any questions, I'd be very happy to answer. I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Stephanie. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I think we should have covered all the questions, but if there's anyone who has any questions, you can reach out to us. We can get you in touch with Rachel as well. And like Rachel said, that studying at Oxbridge is something you need to plan quite far in advance. So if you're watching this, or if you know anyone who would like to actually in the future go to these universities, you can get in touch with us, and then we can help with your application to Brooke House College as your first step, basically on the road to Oxbridge. And then they will surely help you with the applications to these universities, and then hopefully get you an admission letter.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. So if anyone's interested, feel free to reach out to us if you have questions or you'd like to apply. And then yeah, these videos will be available on our social media channels for you to watch later on, or share with anyone you may think is interested. And we'll be seeing you all for the next live stream.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Bye.